This story is for educational and motivational purposes. It is inspired by the life philosophy of Jack Ma. Asterisk channel name. JK Motivation asterisk it was a rainy night in Hangzhou. Asterisk the sky wept with the kind of quiet sorrow only those who have been through relentless struggle could understand. On a broken wooden table inside a dimly lit apartment, 25-year-old Li Wei sat hunched, a notebook in front of him, a cracked mug of cold tea beside it. The bulb above flickered, fighting to stay alive, much like Li's own spirit. Asterisk across the street, the sound of laughter echoed from a brightly lit building. A luxury car had just pulled in. Through the window, Li saw a man around his age well-dressed, confident, greeting people with a proud handshake. That man was Zhao Chen, an ex-classmate of Li, now a successful tech entrepreneur. Asterisk Li turned his gaze back to the notebook. Written on it were words scrawled in frustration. Asterisk why them? Why not me? I work hard. I suffer. I struggle. Yet success seems allergic to me. Asterisk, but what Li didn't know was that the answer was never in his suffering. It was in his mindset. Asterisk chapter 1. The parallel beginnings. Asterisk 10 years ago. Li and Zhao sat in the same classroom at Hangzhou No. 14 High School. Both came from humble beginnings. Li's father worked as a janitor, while Zhao's mother sold vegetables at the local market. Neither had luxuries, neither had connections. But what they did have was time, youth, and choices. Asterisk Zhao was curious, always asking questions, often challenging what the teachers said. Li, on the other hand, followed instructions obediently. He was praised for being well-behaved, while Zhao was often reprimanded for disrupting the class. Asterisk one day, their teacher asked the students to write what they wanted to be in the future. Li wrote, asterisk greater than I want a stable government job, a steady income, and a pension. Life is already hard. I want peace. Asterisk Zhao wrote, asterisk greater than I want to create a company that changes lives. I want to employ thousands. I want freedom. Asterisk the class laughed. The teacher smiled politely, then said, that's very ambitious, Zhao. Maybe something more realistic. Asterisk, but Zhao didn't flinch. Asterisk, that was the first sign, not of intelligence, but of a different mindset. Asterisk chapter 2. Life after school. Asterisk after graduation. Li applied to dozens of government offices. He was rejected repeatedly. Eventually, he settled for a clerk's position at a dusty office that paid barely enough to survive. Asterisk Zhao. He failed his college entrance exam 3 times. Asterisk, but instead of giving up, he worked as a tour guide, learned English from tourists, read books in parks, listened to stories of successful people on an old radio, and kept telling himself, asterisk greater than I may not be smart, but I could be brave. Asterisk when the internet boom began in China, Zhao joined a small startup as a marketing intern. He worked for free for months. When Li heard this, he mocked him over tea one evening. Asterisk working for free. You must be mad. At least I get paid. Asterisk Zhao smiled. Asterisk greater than, and yet I learn more in a day than you do in a month. You see pay, I see potential. Asterisk Li didn't understand. Not then. Asterisk chapter 3. Struggles and beliefs. Asterisk Zhao's journey was not smooth. His first business idea failed. His second was laughed at. Friends left. Relatives said he should just settle down. Asterisk, but Zhao had something few around him did. Asterisk resilience, vision, and an unwavering belief in change. Asterisk he once said to Li, when they met at a food stall, asterisk greater than people with a poor mindset see only what's in front of them. People with a rich mindset see what's possible 5 years from now. The question is, are you planting seeds or just waiting for fruit? Asterisk Li felt the sting, but he dismissed it as idealism. Asterisk then one day, Zhao launched an e-commerce platform, targeting small sellers in rural China. It didn't boom immediately, but he nurtured it like a seedling. Over time, it caught fire. He hired local youth, empowered small vendors. Investors started noticing. Asterisk Zhao had finally found his breakthrough. Asterisk meanwhile, Li was still stuck in his office, now 30, still earning just enough to eat and rent. He looked at Zhao's success and thought, he was lucky. Asterisk, but was it luck? Asterisk chapter 4. The wake-up call. Asterisk one winter, Li's father fell ill. The hospital bill was enormous. Li asked his employer for a loan. Asterisk denied. Asterisk he looked at his savings. Nothing. Asterisk in desperation, he called Zhao. Asterisk Zhao sent him money, no questions asked. But before ending the call, he said something that would change Li's life forever. Asterisk greater than brother. Poverty is not about empty pockets. It's about an empty mindset. I've seen how hard you work, but working hard in the wrong direction is like rowing a boat in dry land. Asterisk Li cried that night, not because he was broke, but because he finally understood. Asterisk chapter 5. The shift. Asterisk from that day, Li began unlearning everything he thought he knew. Asterisk he stopped watching drama shows and started reading books. Asterisk he stopped gossiping during breaks and started taking online courses. Asterisk he stopped seeking safe jobs and began researching problems he could solve. Asterisk he realized. Asterisk poor mindset sees failure as the end. Asterisk rich mindset sees failure as feedback. Asterisk poor mindset blames others. Asterisk rich mindset asks, what can I do better? Asterisk poor mindset values comfort. Asterisk rich mindset seeks growth. Asterisk years passed. Li saved up. He started a small side hustle building websites for local businesses. Then an idea struck him, helping senior citizens digitize their health records. Asterisk it wasn't flashy, but it was needed. Asterisk with Zhao's mentorship, Li built a team, raised funding, faced rejection, faced doubt. Asterisk but this time, he didn't quit. Asterisk he was no longer poor in mindset. Asterisk chapter 6. Full circle. Asterisk on his 38th birthday, Li stood in front of a group of young interns, sharing his story. One of them asked, asterisk greater than sir, what changed your life? Asterisk Li smiled. Asterisk not luck, not money, not even education, mindset. That's all. Asterisk today, Li runs a successful health tech company with over 300 employees. He donates 20% of profits to educate rural youth about entrepreneurship. Asterisk and Zhao. Asterisk he sits on the board, still laughing, still dreaming. Asterisk final words. Asterisk you see, the world is full of Li's and Zhao's, but success doesn't choose one over the other based on background or intelligence. Asterisk it chooses those who think differently. Asterisk as Jack Ma once said, asterisk greater than a poor person is not the one without money, but the one without dreams and courage. Asterisk so ask yourself, asterisk are you waiting for the perfect moment or creating it? Asterisk because your life will only rise to the level of your mindset. Asterisk subscribe for more life-changing stories. Asterisk this is JK Motivation, where your future begins with your thoughts.